So you submitted your case with USCIS, you did all the right thing, you filed the right forms, and you just wait. And wait, right? How can you expedite this application that is sitting there on somebody's desk, or maybe not? How can you make that move faster? Well, in this video, we'll talk about how to expedite an application with USCIS, the best way to do it, how to do it. So if you want to know, see you on the other side. In this video, we'll talk about how can you actually expedite an application that you filed with USCIS. As you know, we always do the right thing, we file the right forms, we put the right evidence, and we just file things. We file the application with the USCIS and we just wait. Especially now with the COVID-19 crisis, USCIS furloughs coming up, things are just so slow. And we just file the applications and we wait. But what do we do if things change, right? What if somebody needs an emergency decision right now? You need your work permit like tomorrow because you're going to lose your job. You need your travel permit like yesterday because you have to visit a sick family member. How do we expedite our applications with USCIS? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. But before that, if you're here for the first time, make sure you click that bell, subscribe, be notified when videos come out from our channel. We do this every single week, multiple times a week, because we know that you need that information. Because we know, we read your comments, we respond to your comments, we know the topics that you're looking for. And this particular topic, this video, is almost every 3 questions somebody is asking. How can I expedite my case? How can I do it? I'm going to talk to you about how to do this. My name is Jacob Sapochnick. I'm an immigration attorney located here in San Diego, California, and I represent clients in all 50 states, and we handle all immigration matters, full service law firm. And those videos here are done specifically for you. You're watching here. This video is right here for you because you asked that question, and I'm doing this video for you. So let's talk about expedited. So essentially, anybody can file a request for expedited, right? So, you file the case and you want it to be faster. I mean, I want it to be faster too, right? But USCIS, they have specific criteria where they're going to look for and say, okay, you know what? That person meets that requirement, and we're going to expedite that particular person's case. So what are these criteria? Let's dive in. For example, an error by USCIS. Sometimes we get a form back, a receipt, and there's a wrong name on it, the wrong date of birth, a wrong receipt number. If they make an error and we file a request because of that error for them to make a decision on the case faster or fix that mistake faster because it was their fault, most likely they'll do it. So an error by USCIS is one reason for a very efficient expedite request. Another reason for an expedite could be a humanitarian reason. For example, you file the application, your green card application is filed, and now your parent or sister or another family member is very, very sick in the home country, and you have to leave like right away. You can file a request to expedite your travel permit because of that humanitarian reason, and most likely they'll issue that request. Another reason is a severe loss to a person or a company. Say you file a request for a case and you get an RFE, and your particular petition is not subject to a premium processing. Not every petition is subject to a premium processing. For example, there are some green card cases that you cannot do a premium processing, like a national interest waiver. But in this case, it's a real case example. Our client filed a national interest waiver application, and his company is going to be acquired. And he must be a green card holder to be sitting on the board. This is a great reason for an expedited. We put the case together, we say, listen, if this case is not going to be approved in the next few months, this person is going to lose the opportunity to get that company acquired. The whole deal is going to be messed up. So there's a loss to the company, the loss to the individual, significant financial loss. A great example of why USCIS will expedite this I-140, get us the approval so that person can get his green card faster so this transaction can take place. Loss to a person or a company, a very good reason to expedite a case with USCIS. Compelling U.S. government interests. What is that? Well, imagine you have a green card case pending, and you're working on a research project that is going to find the vaccine to the coronavirus. Now, You are at a very critical stage of your research, and you need to be able to travel out of the country, and your work permit and your travel permit are nowhere to be found because they're taking forever right now. We take this reason, I said this person is working on this project, he must travel right now to this conference to meet the scientists, and this is in the national interest of our country to be able to give that person the right to go meet those people so they can expedite the ability to get the vaccine to the coronavirus. Well, that's a good reason. This case will be expedited. Now, there are some exceptions for cases that cannot be expedited, and those are if your case is subject to premium processing, like H-1B or O-1 or E. You just pay the money and you get your case approved in 2 weeks. That case cannot be expedited because there is a premium processing option. Again, EAD applications alone, a request for work permit by itself, unless there's a compelling reason, cannot be expedited because a lot of people are waiting for their work permit. So remember, as I mentioned in previous examples, those were not just requests for EADs, they had other compelling reasons like humanitarian, and they were approved. But just a request for an actual work permit by itself will not be expedited. And that's an exception. So how do we make the expedited request? The first thing you do is you call the USCIS customer support number. And that number is, you can put it on the screen, 1-800-375-2853. Once you get a hold of the officer, try to speak to Tier 1 or Tier 2 officer, explain to them the reason based on the factors we mentioned before, and also make sure you get your case number from the expedited because you want to be able to keep track of that as the case processes. Sometimes they'll send you an email saying that you have to submit more documents so they can understand why you have to be expedited. When you get that email, make sure you attach all the documents in an organized manner and keep copies of everything you send to the USCIS. Typically, it will take about a week to receive a decision if your case was going to be approved for expedite or not. If you don't hear from them within a week or so, most likely your case was denied the request to expedite. You can also expedite by using congressional assistance. Every Congress member's office have a USCIS liaison committee, liaison person, and you should be able to contact that person to help you file an expedited request with USCIS. Make sure that you don't do both things at the same time. Do yours first. If that doesn't work, use the congressional assistance to help you expedite your case. And the final option is to file a request with the Ombudsman's office. The Ombudsman's office will help you follow up on requests with USCIS that were done before. Remember, you have to try twice with USCIS before you go to that office because they will also ask you proof that you've done other inquiries before you go to them. So finally, these are the best options to expedite your case with USCIS. I know a lot of you are anxious right now and cases are really being slow and delayed. Do not abuse this option. It really has to be done for a real reason and a compelling reason with supporting evidence to make sure that USCIS will actually act on it and you're not going to waste your time. So hopefully that information was helpful. I know a lot of you are anxious and waiting, and post in the comments, let me know what you think. Once again, subscribe to our channel. And again, a lot of these questions, a lot of these examples are posted in our private Facebook group. Make sure you join our group. The link is in the description of this video, and I hope to see you there as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.